body dress, taking trips. Come back at 6, wake me and your child. And then won't lay today, make me wonder who you might have been playing with. Makes me wonder who you think.
This isn't gonna be a list. It's gonna be visuals and whatnot. I'm just gonna be yapping, do what I do. You know what I'm saying? Follow along, get a notebook, write it down. Yeah. Good afternoon. Or grand rising if you're watching me in the rising. Good evening if you're watching me in the evening. How you doing? I've been getting asked, well, I was getting asked when it happened, but how did I manifest my truck? Because I had posted saying, I'm gonna see if I can get a screenshot of it right here, that I manifested my truck in 7 days. A truck has been on my wish list for quite some time, like quite a while, but it was 7 days of like intentional, you know what I'm saying? Intentional effort, intentional energy towards getting a truck that led to me getting my truck. It was probably less than 7 days, maybe 7 days. I'm going to put screenshots of the timeline because I saved those posts specifically for that, because it really, I manifested the shit and I did it on Threads. I brought my Threads community along with me. So I've been getting asked, how did I do it? Because times is tough. Everybody is going through something right now. It's true. Anyways, so I came to share how I did it. So manifesting tips with ch.eye.l. Hey, if you've never seen my face before, hey, my name is ch.eye.l. ch.eye.l Soular Raes. This is the home of the Soular Raes. Hey, y'all. Every time I come back to like any platform where I do like a video, like I create content, I always be like, I want to come back and be consistent, because I really do enjoy creating content, which life has been doing what she does best. Oh wait, you want to see my beads? I put beads in my hair. Don't mind my jet. Because when I get ready, it's a production. It's literally, do you see the face? Do you see what's given? It's production. My name is ch.eye.l Soular Raes. Yeah, I'm the internet homegirl, the godmother, the hoodoo doll, like DAWL, doll, not doll, doll. It's a difference. I hate when Cash App give me a notification if it's not money being deposited into my account. What else could you possibly be needing to notify me about, Cash App? A lot of things in my life are pointing towards me being like a leader. Yeah, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm me, you know what I'm saying? And I hope to inspire, enlighten, educate through my lens, my perspective, my journey. Because everybody's journey gonna look different. But the lessons and the principles, it be the same, just in different fonts. So this is my font. And I hope to do that for you all. And this video is going to be a bit of my journey as to how I got my truck. Now, I do want to start this off by saying, when you are manifesting, in whatever way that you choose to manifest, make sure that you are very, very, very specific about what it is that you are bringing into fruition. I manifested exactly what I asked for. What's crazy is, what I asked for is not really what I wanted. It's another thing I want to say. When you're manifesting, check to see where this desire, what place it stems from. My desire for the truck that I got was because I want a truck, period. I really want an Escalade, Sierra Denali. But due to my circumstances, if you don't know, I'm homeless. Yeah, we'll get into that another day. Hey. We'll probably get into that later in this video because it does have some relevancy. But long story short, I manifested the truck, the specific truck that I got, from a place of desperation. Therefore, the results produced what? It gave desperation. I kept saying, which wasn't true, but I kept saying, I just want something to get me from point A to point B. I just want something that can get me from point. And motherfucker, did I get something that really just gets me from point A to point B. We can't do too much extra in the truck. The truck needs some work done. I'm grateful for him. I love him down. But that's just the truth. I said I just wanted something to get me from point A to point B, and I set my sights and I limited myself to Facebook Marketplace and a cheap $2,000 car. So when you limit yourself out of survival and desperation, that's what you get. Now, really, what I wanted was a car off the lot where I don't have to deal with no problems. It ain't got no miles. Anybody drove it like that? If it do got miles, it's nothing that's detrimental to the vehicle or me, my patients, or my nervous system. Like I said, there's really a blacked out Escalade at the dealership that I saw. I don't know if it's still there, but I want that one, really. It's 60,000, 69,000. It's somewhere between $60,000 and $70,000, but due to my circumstances at that point when I was manifesting the truck, because my mindset has totally shifted. And that's the beautiful thing about this journey, period. At any point you can pivot. Don't ever think that because you did something or you manifested something and you turned out that it's not what you really wanted, you can manifest again. It's like, you know what I'm saying? The world is your oyster. You're not limited to just so. I want that a $60,000 truck, $70,000 truck, and I really want to pay for it in cash. Don't want no car note. Truthfully, don't. I just want my truck and just to go on. I'm gonna be bothered with the truck, except for the typical shit, oil change. Outside of that, I don't really care to be. But because I manifested from a place of desperation and survival, I got a truck that has all of the shit that I really don't want, but I got exactly what I wanted. See what I'm saying? You following? Okay. So, yes, be very specific and make sure that you are not manifesting from a place of survival and desperation and lack and scarcity. That's like the biggest thing that I really want to say above all, because regardless of what method that you use to manifest or what you do to bring what you want into fruition, your mindset is everything. Your beliefs are everything. That's just core. You got to do your self concept and your belief work. You have to, and that also goes into one of my manifesting tip. This isn't gonna be a list. It's gonna be visuals and whatnot. I'm just gonna be yapping, do what I do. You know what I'm saying? Follow along, get a notebook, write it down. Yeah. But that's something else that really goes into manifesting is your self concept. Like, what do you believe that you deserve that you can have? What do you feel like you're worthy of? Look, if you feel like you're only worthy of a 20-year-old truck off Facebook Marketplace at the time, that's exactly what the fuck you're going to get. Life and the universe is going to give you exactly what you think you deserve. So your self-concept is really step number one. You got to make sure that you feel like you was the baddest thing walking and you deserve the absolute best, nothing less, regardless of what your circumstances look like. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand that it is your birthright to have the best. That the world is set up to make you think that you don't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? You following? Okay, so yes. Work on your self-concept. One of the things that I did, or a few of the things that I did to work on my self-concept, I listened to subliminals. Subliminals, rampages. I'm going to put High Frequency Guru. That girl. Her, Persephone's Mind. It's Sama Subs. Them. No, but the most that I use though, the one that I use the most, I do use High Frequency Guru the most. Love her subliminals and her rampages down. She got some that has the drums. So like you're not just listening to affirmations, but like you're vibing. But like the lyrics to the song are high vibrational. You know what I'm saying? They're feeding your subconscious instead of yes. High Frequency Guru, Persephone's Mind, Sama Subs, and there could be some other ones that I wanted, I get it. I think that's one. Long story short, subliminals. Because if you're going to be like when you listen to music, people don't really understand that, or the majority, at least maybe now because the collective is shifting. But at one point, people were really grasping that what you consume, visually, auditory, eating, it definitely has an effect on your mental, your well-being, all of the sort. So if you're going to be listening to music, why wouldn't you listen to affirmations? You know what I'm saying? And then the way subliminals is like the affirmations, but like turned down to where only your subconscious can pick it up. But it's to like rain or some binaural beats. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be listening to some shit, why wouldn't you listen to something that's going to feed your mind, brother? That's just how I feel about it. And I had that shift maybe about 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, where I stopped listening to bullshit and I started listening to podcasts, and that's really what started. I wish I could. I think her name is Batty B Mindset on Spotify. Listening to my podcast that really got me in my self concept bag. So now when I listen to shit, I'm intentional with what I listen to. I listen, like I said, to my subliminals. I go to sleep to subliminals with the intention that I want. You can do money, love, career, your appearance, your aura, your self concept. there's different topics that you could pick from. And I specifically go for the ones that are like glamour, magic, my beauty, my appearance, love, because I'm a lover girl and I want to get married and I'm gonna get married. Career, because not really career, but just money, because I don't want a career. I mean, maybe not a career. I just this doesn't sound right, honestly. I just want to make money for being. So yes, I listen to subliminals for money, love, my appearance, and my like I said, my self concept, what I believe I deserve. I listen to goddess affirmations. Like I am an ethereal goddess. I am opulent. I deserve the best. These are the things that are on the subliminals, on the rampages, and I listen to that when I go to sleep, when I'm doing my makeup, when I'm driving, and it really works. The longer you listen to it, it really drills it into your subconscious, and it just literally rewires your brain to where it's changing your thoughts, especially if you're just getting started with self-concept work. One of the things that I recommend is that in just your downtime, or like when you're just doing shit, listen to subliminals, listen to rampages, because it replaces your thoughts. Because even before you start doing that, do an experiment. When you're just going about your day, be mindful and pay attention to the thoughts that are coming out of your brain. Pay attention to the thoughts that are going on up there. Are they positive? Are they for you? Are they anxious? Anxiety riddle, you know what I'm saying? Pay attention to your thoughts. Because when you listen to the rampages and subliminals, it replaces that inner dialogue with a higher vibrational inner dialogue. Therefore, you vibrate higher, because this is a mental thing. Self-concept, everything. Another thing that I do is I journal. I love to. Matter of fact, I wish you guys my journal. So, this is my journal. One of my journals. I have a few. But I be scripting, and when I be scripting, I be like just talking highly of myself. I script about my dream life. Not even my dream life. I script about my reality that it is now. And if you notice, for the witchy woo woo girlies, for the hoodoos, for the ifas, the voodoos, the girlies, the girls. You know what I'm saying? For the magical girls. Script or do your spell work and your scripting in cursive. And then thank me later. I started doing that now. I exclusively, like you'll see, when I first started writing in the journal, it was in print, right? Then as I go on, I started writing in cursive. And what really, the one that I can really say stood out to me the most, which is what we're here for, the truck. I scripted about my truck, and exactly what I wrote is what happened. I'm going to read it to you guys. I am so grateful that I got the money to buy my truck. It came to me fast. It came to me so fast, and I didn't even have to try hard. People sent me so much money just because they wanted to see me do great in life. I seen the truck on a Friday, and I had the keys in hand by Saturday night. Ashe. I think that's how it happened, either Saturday or Sunday. And then I wrote about what song I was going to listen to when I pulled off. I really got detailed. And when you're scripting, get detailed. I guess that's the next manifestation trick. Scripting. If you were a journal girly, script. And scripting is basically you writing out what it is that you want to happen in the present tense or in the past tense as if it's already happened, because it has. You following? So script as if it's a diary entry from a day in my dream life. Just to really, because really the whole thing, bottom line is, regardless again of what tip you use, the key things in manifesting is your self-concept and feeling like it's already done. Knowing that it's already done. Not believing that it's already yours. Not hoping that it's already yours. No. Knowing that what it is that you were calling in is already yours. And that goes back into self-concept. They go hand in hand. That's really, I mean, I could go into like, okay, boom, I did subliminals, I scripted, and I tried my best, even on the days where I felt like shit. I was intentional about what, you know what I'm saying, was going on. I made sure, especially extra on the days where I felt like shit, I made it a point to listen to my subliminals, to listen to my rampages, to journal. And that's something else, because when you're manifesting, life is going to keep lifing. Especially you're in a fucked up situation like I am. Like right now, I'm homeless. So there were days where I felt like shit. And I'm a homeless single mom. So there were days where I was exhausted. There were days where I felt like shit. There were days where I was depressed, but I still had something that I wanted to bring into fruition. Having a bad day isn't going to absolve your manifestation. But what you do on that bad day can determine on how fast it gets to you. And on those days when my mind was spiraling, I journal sometimes, but also what I did was I would listen to my subliminals and my affirmations, and I would doodle. I would scribble to get my mind, you know what I'm saying? To actively retrain my mind in the moments of crisis. You know what I'm saying? So, long story short, y'all may have been expecting me to say, you know what I'm saying, this is a life hack, or it could happen as fast as you say it happens, truthfully. Everything all boils down to you. How fast do you believe that you can have something? How good, how worthy do you believe that you are? Again, all goes back to self-concept. I don't know if y'all were expecting me to be like, do the 55 by 5 method. Technically, you could, because again, it just, you doing all of those methods are just to get into the feeling of already having it. Just to get into the feeling of you already having it. So it doesn't matter what method you do. Go on Pinterest, find a method that looks good, that feels good to you, that looks like something that you can commit to without deviating from it, even on the hard days. And do that. Commit to it and listen to subliminals and rampages and in between. That's what I have to say on that. Okay? So I'm going to give you a brief synopsis because I have to cut it down so that I can post on my other platforms. The key to manifesting is your self-concept and your state of being, your emotions, how you feel. The universe communicates in emotions. Okay? You have to feel like it's already yours. You have to feel like you are worthy and deserving of having it. What are you telling yourself throughout the day? Are you calling yourself stupid, broke? Are you still using the word broke? That's so 2021. Take that out of your vocabulary. There's no such thing as expensive. Are you a millionaire or not? Okay? Lock in. Start talking nice to yourself. It was an incident where I went to go buy my truck, where I accidentally sent the money to somebody else because I was trying to send it to my other cash app, and the note said, "For your truck, baby." And people was like, if you were saying it to yourself, why did it say "for your truck, baby"? Bitch, because I talked to myself nice. I am the jewel of my eye, the apple of my eye. I love myself. And you should love yourself too. Talk kinder to yourself. Feel good throughout your days and stay focused on what it is that you want to bring into fruition. And boom, it's yours. That's my advice, honestly speaking. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. I'm not done. I got a goal in mind, and being consistent with posting content plays a role in it. So, y'all come with me for the ride. I love you so much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, my Soular Raes!